welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 15 of Diwalog 2020. And today's video is going to be a very helpful video because today's video is going to be about how to create a flawless makeup base. So I'm gonna be sharing some tips and tricks here and there that will help you achieve a flawless makeup base. Of course, choosing the correct shade of foundation is the most important thing when you are doing your makeup. And if you're applying a foundation that is lighter than your skin color, then it is not going to look good. If it is darker than your skin color, then also it is not going to look good. So make sure that you are using the foundation that matches your skin color, and don't just try to look fair when you're doing your makeup. You just have to make your skin look like your own skin, but in a better way when you're doing your makeup. So yeah, I'm just gonna be sharing some tips and tricks here and there that has helped me over time to get a flawless makeup base, and I just thought of sharing it with you guys. So here I am, and if you're interested, then please keep on watching. And without any further ado, let's just get started. Hi guys, so my first tip to a flawless foundation base would be to exfoliate your skin, that is to scrub your skin. So whenever there is any special occasion or any special event that you have to attend and you want your foundation base to look flawless, then you need to make sure that you're exfoliating your skin. So I'll just scrub my face for around 2 to 3 minutes very gently in circular motions. Okay, so I'm done scrubbing my face, and what actually exfoliation does is that it removes a dead skin layer from your skin and makes your skin soft and supple and prepared for the makeup to lay on it. And I'll quickly move ahead and apply a lip balm. I just forgot to mention that you need to remove your facial hair before you start applying a foundation on it, because the peach fuzz that is collected on your face will just create a cakey effect of the foundation. If you don't want that, then make sure that you're shaving your face. And also, I've mentioned it so many times in my previous videos that you don't have to scrub and shave your face on the same day if you're a beginner, because it might create irritation on your face. And I'm saying it once again that please don't shave and scrub your face on the same day. So now I'll apply a serum on my face, and this is a DIY serum that I've prepared, and I'll tell you guys how I prepared this serum. So if you guys know that a couple of years back, or maybe even more than that, these kind of sheet masks were introduced in market, and they were so in trend at that time when they were introduced, and everyone was like using a sheet mask, and using a sheet mask was considered something fancy at that point of time. So I also gave it a try at that time, and honestly, for someone like me who has oily skin type, it's like we oily skin type people don't like so much of moisturization and hydration on our face. And a particular sheet mask retails for around anywhere between 100 and 150 rupees, and I don't think that this is cost effective. A product that is use and throw, and you have to spend around 100 or 150 bucks for that. So I don't find it cost effective at all. So what I do is I just squeeze out all the serum that is there in the sheet mask, and also the extra serum that they provide you in the packet itself. I just squeeze each and every bit of that in this bottle, and I mix it with rose water, and you can also mix it with normal water, but don't use tap water for this. You can use it so many times, like you don't have to just throw it after using it once. You can use it multiple of times. So I'll just take a couple of drops of the serum and apply it on my face. Honestly guys, even this much amount of serum, I feel that this is more than enough for my skin. This much hydration is more than enough for my skin type. This DIY works perfectly well for me, and please do try this one out because this works so well. So my next tip would be to wait for some time to let your moisturizer absorb in your skin. So wait for around 5 minutes so that the moisturizer is properly absorbed into your skin, and then only move ahead to the next step. So now that my serum is all absorbed into my skin, the next step is to apply a primer, guys. You should not skip a primer, especially if you're having open pore issues. Then you should definitely invest in a good silicone based primer. So the primer that I'm using is by Color Bar, and it's their perfect match primer. This is a silicone based primer, again perfect for someone like me who has oily skin type and so many open pore issues. I'll just take this primer and pat it on the areas where I have open pores problem. So mainly I have open pores on my nose and on this area around my cheeks. So I will concentrate on that, and also on my T-zone. Now guys, this serum has made my skin so soft, guys. I'm not even exaggerating it. Trust me when I say this, this is so cost effective. Like, just you have to try this to believe me when I say all these things. I am done with applying my primer, and now we will move ahead to foundation. The tip over here is to apply a foundation with the help of a beauty blender, and you need to make sure that the beauty blender is damp. So what you have to do is just dip it inside water and make sure that you're squeezing maximum amount of water that is present in it. So when you will use this damp beauty blender to blend your foundation will blend very nicely, and it will create a very dewy effect, and it will create a very natural effect. Your foundation will not look cakey whatsoever when you're blending it with a damp beauty blender. So I'm taking my foundation. In my foundation, I'm mixing a little bit of serum, and the serum that I'm using is the Mamaearth Skin Plump Serum. So the idea is to keep your face as moisturized as possible. So I'll just mix my serum into my foundation and quickly dot my foundation all over my face and start blending it with the help of this damp beauty blender. Can you guys see this? It will provide a very light coverage on the first go, because that's what we are looking for. We don't want a full coverage makeup look on the first go. If you're looking for a full coverage makeup, then also just build it gradually. Like, don't just apply so much of foundation on the first go, because that is going to create a cakey look of your foundation. Just apply a little bit of foundation on the first go and then build it according to the coverage that you're looking for. And also guys, make sure that you're applying the product on your neck also. I've seen so many people who are not applying the product on their neck and their face look flawless, but their neck color and the face color does not match at all, which does not look good at all. So make sure that you're applying all the product on your neck as well. My next tip would be to apply a concealer after your foundation. So by doing this, what happens is you already have a light coverage layer on your face, and then you will know how much product to apply on your face, and you'll not end up applying so much concealer, and hence you'll not end up making your foundation or your base look cakey. And guys, I'm not a makeup expert by any means. These are just techniques that has worked for me lately, and I've been using these techniques and it has been working very well for me, so I'm sharing these things with you guys. I'll just apply concealer on areas where I think that I need some coverage, and I'll just dot my concealer, and I'll not go overboard at all when I'm applying my concealer. And again, I'm using this damp beauty blender to blend my concealer. And again, a tip to a flawless foundation base is to blend, blend and blend. Now, after applying a concealer, just quickly set your face, because concealer tends to crease very quickly. As you guys can see, my foundation base is not looking cakey at all, and at the same time I've covered all the flaws of my face. So I'm really happy with the foundation base that it turned out today. Now I'll just quickly do my eyebrows, and no matter how much ever minimal the look I am wanting, but I'll not skip my eyebrows whatsoever. Now that I've done my eyebrows, so for the blush, as usual, I will use my creamy lipstick as my blush. I'm using this Maybelline Touch of Spice on my cheeks. It's a really beautiful pink color, and I'm using the same beauty blender that I've used for my foundation to blend my blush. And for the lipstick, I'm using the Maybelline Creamy Matte Lipstick in the shade Divine Wine. You guys already know that I am obsessed with this Creamy Matte collection, and I'm having so many lipsticks from this particular collection. Okay, so now I'll apply a thin layer of mascara because I totally forgot to apply it before the lipstick, but that's okay. So I'll apply a mascara. Again, while applying a mascara, I've seen so many people who are doing just this when they're applying their mascara, but what you have to do is just twist your wand and move it upwards. Twist and drag. Okay, so I'm basically done with my makeup, and you guys saw that I've not used so many makeup products on my face. I've just used some tricks here and there, and it has made my makeup look so flawless. So make sure that you're following some of these, and yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and if you did, then you know the drill. Like, share and subscribe, and also press on the bell icon so that you do not miss any upcoming videos. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye.